Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Amber. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a what we eat in a week video. In this video, I show you how I, as the sole cook, primary cook, the kitchen is mine. Let's just put it to you that way. That kitchen is my kitchen. But I show you how we use the items that we receive from the food pantry to feed the family. Occasionally, you will also see items that I have purchased, typically clearance markdown. I am going to start getting better and actually recording any and all grocery hauls, I guess you can call them. So basically, anytime I do go to the grocery store, so you can see an overview as to how frugal I really have to be. My meals may not be, let's see, what's the way to put it? Your typical meals to some people. Sometimes they look very out of the box, and some people may say, hey, those don't go really well together, or hey, why so many veggies? I am a primary veggie eater. I eat a little small bits of meat here and there, but honestly, I prefer my veggies. So I get blessed with the food pantry on Wednesdays typically by receiving a lot of produce. I also grow a garden. I preserve. So when I receive an abundance of stuff at a food pantry, or if it's items I've grown, I will can them. For instance, tonight we have some of my canned pickled beets, an open jar and then a new jar, just in case that's not enough. But guys, I just show you how to stretch your food, get the most of it, fill bellies, and hopefully inspire others to, get creative in the kitchen. So it is Monday night. That's right, Monday. I ended up not cooking last night on Sunday because I spent all day before the food pantry yesterday in the kitchen canning and preserving. I didn't record it. I made simple syrups. I had a bunch of frozen strawberries and blueberries because, as you know, blueberry season, we have blueberry bushes, so I pick and I freeze. Well, we also have some strawberry plants. I needed to get these these frozen fruits out of the freezer and into jars, and we still had plenty of jellies and jams, so I went with simple syrups to have on waffles, pancakes, over biscuits, make strawberry milk using a simple syrup versus a store-bought full of whatever ingredients. I mean, I know what's in mine, strawberries and sugar, and very little sugar at that. So I did not cook last night. We ended up eating ramen noodles because we have them on hand. But tonight, I got in the kitchen. Pretty good spread. Let's get started. Right here, let's see if I can take them off. It might be a little too hot. All right, I got it. Remember from the pantry last night, I got one bag of broccoli and cauliflower. It was mixed. Well, me being me, because I have one that does not like cauliflower, one that does not like broccoli. I separated the bag. These, there's nothing to them. I did not even put salt and pepper. I'm not gonna lie. I personally like mine just like this. I'll salt and pepper it on my plate. But we have broccoli and cauliflower. Broccoli in here, cauliflower in this dish. And yes, you guys will see vintage dishware, cookware, servingware in my house. That is my kitchen. That is what I love. I will salvage it anywhere possible. So I don't have the newer high-end stuff. My appliances, if you see those come from the thrift store. Not even gonna lie. That, or they were gifts or purchased prior to hitting a financial strain. But in here, we have the cauliflower. Remember from the food pantry last night, the snow peas, absolutely delicious. I did need to get them cooked up because I didn't want them to go slimy in the bag. And I can eat these, my kid can help me. And there you go. That is one of those beautiful bowls that she sent me. So we have snow peas. Remember those little teeny tiny heads of cabbage I got? This is one entire head of cabbage. And remember this? I got this at the thrift store for like $3 because it had no lid. And they honestly probably didn't know what they had. So, but I just boiled it down in some home canned chicken stock. I know cabbage puts off enough liquid on its own. but I also prefer a boiled cabbage as well. So we have some cabbage. In this one, is it still too hot? Yeah. We have just 2 sweet potatoes. Looks like 3 because I cut the big one in half. All I did was I washed them and I put them in the oven, and everything that was baked got baked at the same time, guys. So, you know, why not make the most of running the oven and the electricity? But here we have 2 sweet potatoes. I cut them, like I said, the big one into 3. Nothing fancy. I do got to pull out the brown sugar, the butter, and the cinnamon. I will just put cinnamon on mine. Others may put brown sugar and butter. Moving around. And here, oh, the other beautiful dish is some of your food bank mac and cheese. Oh, and those sweet potatoes, food pantry, guys. They bless me with them every year. In here, these are from the food pantry a while back. There's only 4 in a pack, which is why there is a large amount of side items to help fill this meal in. There's only 4 of these pork spare ribs, and I just seasoned them and cooked them in the oven. They are falling apart. Right here, you can see. And that's enough for everyone to have one. I probably will, if anything, have just a tiny piece of it. But ultimately, I just want veggies, to be honest with you. And again, we received 50 pounds of beets from the food pantry I got in the kitchen. And I am still working on editing that video so you guys can see the work that goes into preserving beets. But here we have home canned pickled beets. These are already open and absolutely delicious, guys. So stick around for the long run and let's see what Tuesday has in mind. I have no clue because I did not meal prep this week. I base my meals off of the items I receive at the food pantry. So we kind of just wing it day by day as to what we have on hand, what needs to be used up first, and the agility that I have in me. Like, how do I really want to be in the kitchen or do I want a quick meal? All right. Again, just stick around. You still with me? All right, guys. Tuesday evening, and what are we having? What's in front of you? I made chicken parmesan. However, because you guys remember I did get that one tiny eggplant, I made up some of the eggplant as well as some of the chicken. Why it looks darker in the picture, I don't know. But guys, I have a piece of eggplant, an eggplant here, and then half, because I cut that in half of the chicken. I used spaghetti noodles because I had it on hand, home canned pasta sauce seasoned up, and those are made from tomatoes from my garden as well as tomatoes I received at the food pantry. The bag of frozen chicken was from the food pantry, spaghetti from the food pantry, the mozzarella cheese was from the food pantry, the Parmesan cheese was from the food pantry, and the eggplant was from the food pantry. The one thing not from the food pantry were breadcrumbs and eggs. And guys, I have chickens, so I have eggs. So this is dinner for tonight. I am super excited to try the eggplant, and I will let you guys know if I enjoyed it. Stick around and you'll find out when I cook tomorrow's dinner if I enjoyed tonight's. You still hanging out with me, friends? All right, so it's Wednesday evening. I actually struggled on if I was going to cook tonight or not. And when I say that, don't worry, even if I do not cook, there's always leftovers, easy meals. I even can ready meals. So when I made a pot of chili, I have chili on my shelf. If I choose not to cook, my kids are old enough, they can open a can, heat it up, and eat it. But it's cold. Well, to me, it's cold. If you're in North Carolina and you're used to the hot temperatures, when it hits 60 degrees, guess what? You're cold. And I think it's supposed to get to a low of 40 tonight. But I needed something warm and comforting. And we have what I like to call hamburger steak. And my hamburger steak has white gravy, not brown gravy. If I do a Salisbury steak, I do brown gravy. Well, when I'm not trying to patty out hamburger, or I didn't thaw out the hamburger, or I want to use canned hamburger, I do this. I do it just like you would sausage gravy, but guess what, guys? That's not sausage. That's hamburger meat. So it is hamburger steak, basically. It is hamburger steak gravy. And I realized at the end, apparently I could have used a little more flour because I don't take my hamburger meat out when I'm making it. I gauge it and I put the flour in there. But once I added the milk, apparently there was still a little more grease that was attached to the hamburger meat. Not a big deal. It's still kind of thick. It just has a little extra grease in it that wasn't soaked up. Like I said, not a big deal. We got all them potatoes at the food pantry. I'm still working on them. I've shared a lot. They're storing beautifully in my outdoor fridge. And when I say outdoor fridge, this fridge is one I got secondhand for like 50 bucks. It looks really rough, but I turned the temperature to the point where it's almost as if I had a cellar type thing. So it keeps my veggies and stuff like that in a perfect temp. And then the freezer part up top is obviously kept at a freezer temp, and it works as just an additional freezer storage. I use that more for fruits and nuts. But yes, so potatoes are from the food pantry. The hamburger meat is actually from the food pantry. The milk is the last bit of milk that I had in the fridge, which means now I have the fridge that I received today from the food pantry. Seasonings from my cupboard. And these are from today from the food pantry. So nice. Oh, and my coffee, guys, because you know it's cold, which means I'm going to start living on coffee. I promise you, I have ADD. Coffee will not keep me up at night. I already have enough problems sleeping, but caffeine does not affect it. So there we have dinner on Wednesday night. Keep it simple, fill bellies, and enjoy the food. And yes, I just ate those potatoes. All right, guys, stick around. I don't know what Thursday's going to hold, but hey, it's going to be something delicious. All right, friends. Okay, it is Friday. That means you did not see Thursday nights. Guys, I did not record last night's dinner. I guess everything just got the best of me. But honestly, my oldest daughter is the one that cooked dinner last night for her and her sister. I did not partake in her dinner, but that is because I do not eat seafood of any kind. You guys know that. You know, we get those salad shrimps, and I just got a bag. Well, she went to the store. I took her to the store, and she purchased, because she has a job, makes her own money, she purchased a small pack of crab legs and some seasoning and everything else I had at home, and she made a crab boil, a seafood boil for her and her sister. I mean, down to homemade her garlic herb butter. She done really good. I am very proud of the child. When we got home, I gave her, I had corn, so she had corn for it. I had the shrimp. She put the shrimp in it. You know, everything else she needed was here at the house. So I'm very proud of the child. She can get in the kitchen and she can cook her heart out. So she's almost 18, and the one thing I know for a fact is my child knows how to cook. However, I did not record it. I was actually outside when they got done, and they were sitting in there eating, and I came in the house, and like I said, I did not even think to record it. But yeah, they did a seafood boil last night on Thursday night. It's Friday night. I had this frozen pizza in my freezer, and that is what I cooked. One pizza. It's more than enough. So it's, you know, it's just right now me and my two girls at home. Josh should be home tonight, or actually probably tomorrow, if everything goes the way it's supposed to be, because he has been out of town training. So yeah, pizza tonight, and that's the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching how I utilize the items from my food pantry to feed my family. Stick around to next week because I will have another video next week. I will have my food pantry videos up, and I hope you guys, if you're not already subscribed, have subscribed to the channel and stick around. I love it when my family grows, and when I say family, I mean you guys. My YouTube channel is my family. So until next time, take care, my loves.